Hello traders, welcome to our finale for our syllabus. This time I'll be showing you about the 3 confirmation plus the 5 reasons before we entry a setup. So this will be our very high win rate. This will be a recap. Okay guys, as what you have learned, so it will be much easier for you to understand of the SOP before you enter a trade. So let's get started. So first of all, the 3 confirmations. What are the 3 confirmations? First of all, the price must touch the danger zone SNR. Doesn't matter whether it's a resistance or the support. Next, the reject zone must have the confirmation of rejection after the price has touched the danger zone. The third confirmation is that the setup of the F5 has to be in the engulfing candle and not at the wick, because the wick is high risk. So you guys get the 3 confirmations? Alright, very good. Now let's have a look at the 5 reasons. The 5 reasons are actually very simple as well. So it will go as the first, second, third from the confirmation. Now the 4th thing that you need to take note is that make sure the SOP for the F5 setup is completed. So if let's say you must have a QM continuation setup, make sure that the head of the QM has to be on a second drive, etc. Alright guys, hopefully you guys should very familiar with the F5 setup by now. And the last reason, our risk reward ratio must always above 1.0. Okay, so it means that here, if you risk 20 pips, your reward has to be at least minimum of 21 pips. If can, the higher the better, then it will be a much better entry for us. Okay, so let's have a look at the example guys. So here I have a USD CAD on the weekly time frame. As you can see on the top here, this will be the weekly time frame for the danger zone SNR on the resistance. If we change it to the daily time frame, it is on the same line. Okay, we go to the weekly time frame here and we go to the daily time frame the same. Therefore, I would take the daily time frame as our danger zone SNR. So this danger zone SNR, when you have 2 time frame in the same area like this, in the weekly and the daily, then this will be a very strong danger zone area. So let's move on to the line chart. Mark our horizontal line. Next, we go back to the candlestick chart. We mark the zone. So all of this basic you have learned in the previous video. Make sure you are familiar with this right now. So first of all, we have the confirmation that the price has touched the danger zone SNR, which is the daily resistance. Next, we go to the H4 time frame. In the H4 time frame, we can see that the price has reject with a confirmation of rejection. Okay guys, so price has touched the zone and reject with confirmation of rejection. As you can see here, price has also reject this zone using the 3 black crow. So you can entry here. If you miss entry here, we can entry for the second time over here. Okay, so this is the first confirmation of rejection. Price comes back again, and this time it reject for the second time. Okay, so how many times does it reject? I'm not too sure, but every time when there is a confirmation of rejection, we get it as a sign that the price has rejected the resistance in this zone. Next, we go to the M30 chart. In the M30, we can see there is a setup. So what setup do you guys see here? Normally, it is always start with the QMR. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to draw here straight QMR. So we draw a horizontal line on the left shoulder of the QMR. So in this case, remember guys, the QMR normally price will come and react at the latest price. So the latest price will be somewhere around here. Okay, the left shoulder. Now, if we look at the H4, the price or the setup is in the confirmation of the engulfing candle. So this will be our 3rd reason. It is not in the wick but at the engulfing candle. We move back to the M30 chart. let's have a look at the QMR on the M30. Now, the fourth reason that we need to find is the SOP. So if you look here, the QMR setup must have a complete SOP before we can consider this is a QMR setup. So we draw the horizontal line at the left shoulder of the QM, and then we mark the zone as our monitoring area, okay? And then we mark the structure high, low, high, high, and lower, low. So we do have the full SOP for the QMR. At the same time, the setup is in the H4 engulfing candle. So once we got this, this is our SOP completed. Next is the risk reward ratio. Okay, now guys, as you can see here, we can put the risk is up to 20 pips, okay, from our entry area, our entry point. Now you can TP in the first area here. So even though if you take profit in this previous low, it has a 1.83 risk reward ratio. So if you go all the way down here, we have all the way up to 5.36 risk reward ratio, or even here is fine. So you may choose where do you want to take profit, or you want to swing at a longer position, go ahead, no problem. So in this case, you do have a lot of options as long your risk reward ratio is high. So I think that's all, guys. Hopefully you learned something from this. Remember, 3 confirmations, 5 reasons, then we will have a solid entry.